Hi guys, Kayana here. Wanted to come to you guys in an interesting kind of way to give you guys your group assignments that I said I would give to you and remind you guys about the assignments and things that you need to have done for Saturday. So, Group A is Crystal Michelle, Mike, China, Jordan, Imani, and Sierra. You guys will be having dialogue with a white group from Novi. And Group B is Courtney, James, Desiree, Tadarian, Crystal Nicole, and Jazz. And you guys are going to be having dialogue with the Arab American group from Fordson. Yeah. Okay, so please remember your groups because when you get there at Liggett on Saturday, we're going to get into those groups immediately. Okay, so in order to be prepared for Saturday, there are a few things I need for you guys to do. The first being to make sure that your 5-minute poems are finished. I know we kind of cut them off short on day one, so if you haven't had the chance to finish them, just go look over it and finish it, fill in the blanks. It looks like this, and it's on page 19, hopefully. We know that the pages were mixed up, so that's why I showed you what it looked like. And feel free to just be interesting. Feel free to give as much information or as little information as you want because you may be sharing them. Second, remember your timeline activity. It should be on page 25, hopefully. It looks like this. It says personal timeline. And if you need help with that, you can ask me. You can ask your classmates. You guys are there for each other, so you guys can help each other with these assignments too. Third is your reflection. There's some reflection space that you guys can write down things that you learned from our first session, and hopefully you remember some of the things that we talked about. But if you don't, you can always go back in your or I think you have your binders, hopefully. You can always go back and look at the material that we went over and ask me, of course. You can ask me. And also, you can just use it. You don't have to use it to just talk about what we learned, but you can also use it to take notes for your testimonial, what you want to talk about, and things like that. So you can use that for your reflection. And for your testimonial, which is the fourth thing that I need you guys to do, it should take you 3 to 5 minutes to read it out loud. And this is meant to help you articulate your first experience with race. So you need to think about some of the experience that you maybe had growing up that are a reflection of your race and things like that. I'll share a piece of mine to help jog your memories. For example, I talked about my relationship with my father. And that was important for me to share because in the Black community, we do have a decline in fathers in the home, and there are a lot of single mothers. And I chose to talk about my relationship with my father because it was something that was affecting me as a Black woman, and it still affects me. So that's an example of something that you can talk about as well, some of your experiences with family members or maybe racist people, or maybe it happened in a school where there were many different races and you noticed that you were Black maybe because of the many different races that you saw. And if you have any questions about that, you can also ask me. Just basically share things that you want people to know about you that they wouldn't know unless you told them. So make sure that you share things that you want people to know before they make judgments on you, if that makes sense. And also, I want you guys to feel free to look at the material that we'll be covering this Saturday. You can look ahead and you can see what we're talking about. It doesn't have to be a secret when you get there. And you can always ask me and I'll answer your questions. And lastly, I just want to establish an easy group messaging system for us because we are a group of 12 people, more or less, and we'll need to talk to each other back and forth. So there is GroupMe, there is group messaging we can do, or we can just do it over email, whatever you guys want to do. I personally like GroupMe, even though some of you said that you don't have the app. But if you want to look at it, you can and see what the app is all about. It's a really easy way to talk to a group of people. Other than that, if you guys have any questions, please, please, please reach out to me. My number and my email are in my signature in the email that I sent you guys. So you have all my information, and feel free to ask me anything. And I look forward to seeing you guys on Saturday at Liggett. And you should be receiving an email from Diane, I believe, with all of that information. So I'll talk to you guys later.